Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday to you. It is the middle of the week. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. And I hope you've had a great week, a great starting of your week so far, and that you have plans for an amazing week to finish off. We have an all new episode of Project Joy Live coming your way right now. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and you're watching Project Joy Live. It's a beautiful Wednesday here in Southeastern Connecticut. I hope it's beautiful where you are. It is April 24th, 2024. It's 42424. Palindrome. Same forward as it is backwards. It's fun. It's fun to look at little numbers like that. Look, there's little things like that that will pop up for me during my day when I'm having a hard time. I'm going to be completely frank with you guys. It has been a rough 12 hours for me with my body. We've had this conversation before where sometimes our bodies have minds of their own. They're just like, I'm going to do whatever you want, whether you want me to or not. And so it's been a little bit rough the last little while, but I love seeing little things like that. Like, oh, this just a little realization of the numbers are the same forwards as they are backwards, or that it's New Kids on the Block Day. It's New Kids on the Block Day. That's another thing that's bringing me joy this morning. I just love it. Why am I so? I need to find a better place to put me. Need to find where can I put myself where I can see better. No, that's just is what it is. I'm sad right now because I am covering one of the new kids, but it is NKOTB Day, which I'm very excited about. What is your favorite New Kids on the Block song? Listen, I've been a super fan of New Kids on the Block since I was very young, very young. But today it's a very special day because it is actually the 35th anniversary of NKOTB Day, which we will talk about coming up as well. But yeah, it's a fun day and I'm very excited about that. We have a great show coming up for you today and I'm going to tell you all about it right now in the Morning Brew. Here we go. Let me know if you're awake. Are you completely awake yet? And maybe later on in the day where you are, you may be watching this on the replay and you're like, look, I'm already awake and ready to go. But let me know if you are awake and feeling good about the day. And if you're not, we're going to bring some joy to you today. On the show this morning, we have your moment of compassion. We have a really good card today to talk about because it ties into our Beyond 2D episode from last night. Then we have a very special guest, one of your favorites here on the Breakthrough Show Network. Miss Brittany Floyd is back today to talk about joy in colors, how we can incorporate more color into our lives, and how we can increase our joy through our selection of covers. And I'm just gonna colors, not covers. Sometimes covers because you just want to get in bed. That's where my brain is going right now. But we're going to talk about color when Brittany comes on the show. After the break, we're going to celebrate today because we have some very amazing news from one of our breakthrough alum. Actually, a couple of our breakthrough alum have big, big, big news today, which I'm excited to share with all of you after the break. We've got we'll do some quick birthdays and we have some amazing things coming up within our community this week that we'll tell you about as well. So with that, let's get to it and get started with our moment of compassion. You know what brings me joy? Seeing those little sheep. seeing those little sheep every time I play that introduction. I just love seeing the little sheep. They're so fluffy and so cute. And I just want to hug them. So listen, we're on card number 11 today. We've been going over these thoughts of compassion, compassionate teachings from American Buddhist nun Pema Chodron. And card number 11 today, I just love this. When the world is filled with evil, transform all mishaps into the path of Bodhi. And so I wanted to look this up for you guys and give you a little bit of information. So, a Bodhi path is simply a meditation practice that's rooted in authentic Dharma teachings. What is Dharma? Dharma just means life. And so there's a lot of words that are kind of thrown out there with Buddhist teachings and things like that that are like you're like, what does that mean? But it's simple. Okay, so Bodhi is just a form of meditation. It goes back to some of what we've talked about before, which is loving kindness meditation, and basically, the primary benefit experienced by the practitioner of the Bodhi path is immediate improvement in the conditions of daily life. So it's using meditation to improve your everyday. So the commentary for this card, let me go back and the card again says, when the world is filled with evil, transform all mishaps into the path of Bodhi. So go into a meditation practice. Whatever problems occur into your life, instead of reacting to them in the usual habitual way, you could transform them into the path of the Bodhi heart. That is to say, you could awaken your compassionate and open heart. Use the Tonglen approach and breathe in the pain of the situation, which we talked about this in another card recently, wishing that all beings could be free of it, then breathe out and send loving kindness to all suffering beings, including yourself. Including yourself. Let me go over this again. Whatever problems occur in your life, instead of reacting to them in the usual habitual way, you could transform them into the path of the Bodhi heart. To me, this means you can take whatever challenges you're experiencing and transform them into a sort of meditative practice where you start by envisioning that compassionate and open heart, and then breathe in kind of the challenges into that space. you know Imagine like transmuting them, wishing that all beings, including yourself, could be free of those challenges. And then breathe out. Imagine breathing out and sending loving kindness to all suffering beings. Again, not forgetting yourself in that process. We talk about this often on Project Joy that a lot of times when we're referring to joy, it's easier said than done, right? Like sometimes we're going through something. I remember talking to Rochelle Rayner when she was on the show last week about how, when we're in the middle of it, can you imagine being in the middle of something really hard? Like your house is burning down and you're standing there outside going, this is all happening for my highest good. People would look at you and be like, she's lost her mind. She's lost her mind. Could you just imagine? But I think the more we can train ourselves, and not necessarily that picture in particular, but when we're going through challenges, when we're really experiencing hard things, to breathe it in and transmute that energy and then send it back out into the intention for everyone, including yourself, to be free from it. So I love that message today, and it ties in beautifully to the conversation we had on Beyond 2D last night with Ferran Dozier. We talked specifically about we've been talking about forgiveness and compassion, and we focused on compassion last night. And one of the things that I was talking about in the second half of the show was how sometimes when we're faced with a topic or commentary or something that makes us feel uncomfortable, we shut down. I watched it live on the show last night. I literally, I said a word. You got to go back and watch, but I said a word that is triggering for some people, and I watched our numbers drop last night. I watched it happen in real time. I knew it was going to happen, and I watched it happen, and And so it reminds me to be open and compassionate, and if we are that compassionate about our own beliefs and our own and about being love and sharing joy and all of those things that we say we're compassionate about, then we have nothing to be threatened by when someone else shares their information. We have nothing to be threatened by, and we can stand firm and we can transmute that within our own hearts and send it back out, which I love that message as well. Um, Good morning. Miss Nancy's here. She said it just came live here. You're behind, Nancy, but we're so glad to have you here. Listen, I can't pretend to understand social media and all that good stuff, but I am glad that you're here today. With that, listen, we have to bring our special guest on the show today. She is a spiritual artist. She's the owner of Sacred Yin Secrets. She does a lot of different types of art. She hosts our craft circles in the Breakthrough Show Network virtual community, and she's my bestie. With all of that, let's welcome back Miss Brittany Floyd to the show.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Never gets old.
It never gets old. It really doesn't.
It's my favorite thing. Listen, if we could just I can play that over and over and have you come on the screen and laugh, and that would be enough show for me.
That totally brings me joy every time. That's it. That's the show.
That's it. I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. I love it. What did you think about our moment for compassion today?
It definitely resonates deep, and I actually practiced that a little bit yesterday. So I feel like the synchronicity of it really resonates deeply, and I take it in full gratitude.
Yeah. Listen, we talk about this all the time, how cool it is that all of the things sort of tie together accidentally within not just the shows and now with all of the events in the community. Like, it's wild to me how, I mean, like, it's like, that this stuff happens, you believe in it, but it still is mind blowing for me.
Yeah, it gets less mind blowing for me. Like, I'm always so mind blown over the synchronicities. So I'm
Yeah.
the same way.
We'll just see. We're like a kid in a candy shop every time, which is amazing. So listen, we're gonna talk about today about color. And you use color in everything that you do. You're always dressing in bright colors and stuff as well, which I'm always like in amazement over, because I feel like when I dress in color, I kind of look like I accidentally fell into a garden of flowers and couldn't get out. Like,
What's wrong
I'm
with that?
I'm scared. Well, I like walking around like that. Like, it's a different thing for me. I am enjoying as time goes on little pops of color, and I'm recognizing for me too, like when I do wear certain colors, like for example, when I wore that super hot pink shirt to the 90s con, I can't tell you how many people, even the celebrities, were like, "Oh my god, I love your shirt." Like, it like brightens you up, and and so it brought joy to other people, and it brought joy to myself. And so I'm trying to be more brave with colors. But tell us, where should we start with this? Tell us, maybe, um in general, how colors can be used for joy.
Well, for one, we could just start with the way that you dress, right? I've always been the type. I'm not always been bright and colorful, right? I've used to usually would stick with the blacks, the stuff that doesn't make me stand out.
Yeah.
And I think it's time for me to go ahead and step into my power. And I guess that's where I have fully embraced my color into the way that I wear. You can be expressive in the things that you wear. I'm going to do a little shameless plug here, and you could also get you some colorful nails here.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I was
You
trying to see if
can
I had mine. I was trying to help.
You can also incorporate colors into your home, artwork as well. Anything crafty, you could incorporate those colors. And colors have different meanings to everybody. Not everybody likes the color red, but if you do, most of the red symbolizes passion, romance, courage, strength, that boldness, courage. That's a red. Orange is more like a warm, radiant, creativity, connection, adventures. Also kind of like balance and harmony, because the warmth of the red with the brightness color of yellow. Yellow for joy, happiness. It boosts your energy levels, because when you think of yellow, you think of the sun, right? Friendships too, attention, comfort. Green is like nature, growth, love, balance and harmony, health and wellness. I also like to, it kind of reminds me of rebirth, right? Because when we're in the transition from winter to spring, and then you have all this greenery, right? It's like a renewal. So it kind of reminds me of that. Blue is kind of like a calmness, serenity, like ocean. So if you always see professional people always wearing blue too, because it's a sign of trust, communication, and
Mhm.
expression, tranquility, sense of freedom, such as in like the sky, the ocean.
Yeah.
Indigo, intuition, perception, spirituality, wisdom, awareness, integrity, inner strength. Violet is spirituality, enlightenment, transformation, change, sophistication, and luxury. So I
Mhm.
feel like those are ways that you can, whatever vibe you're feeling, you can
Yeah.
incorporate even just the smallest, even if it's in your earrings, or maybe just like a simple bracelet or a necklace too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. And as you were describing the indigo and violet, like we have so much purple. We have all the shades of purple within all of the logos of the Breakthrough Show Network and our website and our virtual community and like all the purple. You can see it on our background today. And so I feel like all of those things that you described really tie in. And I had someone tell me recently, like certain colors become really part of who you are. And I had someone tell me recently, like that based on the graphics they saw, they knew that I made them. Like they were like, that was you, that you're all over everything. Like it's just there. Nancy asked if I've ever had my colors done. I have. And the interesting thing about that is I have not. I've had colors done a couple of times, and I haven't like felt aligned with them either time. And I think part of the challenge for me is I lean very heavily into intuition when it comes to what colors I should, like, if I'm not feeling something, like, and I want to increase something, I will go based off of what I feel and not necessarily what I should be wearing. But
Right.
that's also the rebel in me. I'm like, no.
You can also incorporate it in the food that you eat too, colors
Mm.
in the food that you eat to bring you joy and excitement, and
Taste the rainbow.
taste the rainbow, right? Hmm.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, I love that too. I mean, we talk a lot about that around here, eating so much fruits and vegetables like we do, and really trying to cover all of the colors of the rainbow. But the brighter the colors, like the better I feel after I eat. I notice that for myself.
Yeah, yeah, me too. The brighter the colors, the more energy I feel, so within me, and my stomach, it makes my stomach happy. So
Yeah. Yeah, that too. I don't like feeling weighted down after I eat, and so when things are fresh and bright and vibrant, and I feel like that after, as opposed to
Mhm.
like if I just ate like a a brown sandwich and like no colors or anything, like I feel heavy and weighted down afterwards, and I'll
Yeah, same, same. I do
yeah,
too.
yeah,
So it's interesting that how we can incorporate colors even like from the things that we wear, to the things that we eat, to the things that we see around us. So it's just amazing.
yeah. Now you have painted a lot of different canvas pieces of art that people can hang around their home. Do you feel like for you, you can kind of use those paintings to bring a vibe into the room? And then what do you do? Like, do you switch out paintings yourself? Like, if you're not feeling a certain color anymore, do you like switch out for another painting? Do you recommend other people do that? What's your thought?
Yeah, I do. I have certain ones that I'll hang up. I have an empty wall, and I'll have certain ones that I hang up. And when I like, if I'm not like, I'm like, okay, something needs changed. I may switch them around or switch them out. So I would definitely suggest if you aren't feeling that peace and comfort in your home, perhaps incorporating different types of artwork.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love it. Well, listen, you've been hosting some craft circles, and I think another way to be really open to other colors and things like that in your life that maybe you haven't considered before, and if it brings you joy, is to surround yourself with other creative people who can share with you the colors that they're using, which we have an opportunity to do in our craft circle. So our next craft circle is scheduled for Monday, May 6th from 6 to 8 p.m. Right, Brittany?
Yes, whoop, whoop. I'm excited.
Do
It's
you want to
only it's only
tell everybody a little bit about the craft circle and why they should come?
well, for one, you should come because you get to see me and Jessica for one. Hello. For two, creativity can definitely improve your life in so many different ways. And being around, just being able to be around that creative energy can maybe help spark some interest in your life one way or another on how to be creative. And also, you get to bring your own craft. So I love our craft circles because everyone brings no one ever has the same thing. We have diamond paintings, we have people making bracelets, jewelry making, web designing, we have crocheting, painting. The list goes on and on, and I just love that, and I love especially the ending when everybody shows what they've done, and then everybody can celebrate what they've accomplished, and I just love that.
I love it. And it's been, I really enjoy it for anybody that keeps a really really big busy schedule like I do. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I love to craft, but with as busy as I've been lately, I'm not making that time for myself as often. So the craft circle really is that sort of forced time for me in my schedule to go, hey, like slow down, do something for you, be in that space of creativity. And like Brittany said, you could bring whatever you want. Sometimes I crochet. Now that my turtles are done, I'll be moving on to some other things. But it is that time that we need for ourselves that are my question for everybody today is, are you taking that time for yourself? And if you're not, this is a great place for you to do that. So join us for the next one, May 6th, Monday, May 6th, from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. We invite you to be there. You can check out the whole community at the Breakthrough Show Network.club. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with, what do we have coming back? Oh, we got to talk about the greatness that is today, and then we have birthdays and all that. So we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. That's 42424. And we're here with Miss Brittany Floyd of Sacred Gem Secrets today. Holla. We love to have you here today. Nancy asked a great question as we were going to break. She said, where is the calendar of events posted? We have a few different ways that you can find our calendar. So the best way is go to thebreakthroughshownetwork.com. thebreakthroughshownetwork.com, and you scroll down the bottom of the page and you see our entire calendar. The calendar includes our shows, our events in the virtual community. It includes my office hours for anybody that just wants to pop in and say hey. And then, so we have all of that there. And then some of the events like the craft circles and poetry readings that we have coming up and workshops and all of these things that we have going on. Some of those things when you click on it in the description, it'll have a registration link. So if you want to get reminders, registration is not required for events, but is recommended because we like to know that we have enough seats for everybody. So the breakthroughshownetwork.com, you can find it there. If you are hanging out in our virtual community, you can also find an events tab at the top of the page where you can click and find all of it. Both of those places that I mentioned have a way for you to subscribe to the calendar. You can click subscribe and have all of the information in your calendar, which is wonderful. So
it's a game changer because I know Jessica was tired of, hey, what do we have going on?
A lot.
So now I can just go and click on subscribe.
Yes. It's because, well, and the thing of it is too, is that as it grows, and that's why, I've minimized some of what I announce here on the show in the morning, because as we're growing and we have so many things, I would be going on for an hour about what we have coming up this week. I don't have time for that, people. So listen, I'm very excited today because it's always, I think every day is a reason to celebrate, but there are a few different reasons that I want to celebrate today, which we're going to talk about right now. First of all, as I mentioned, it is New Kids on the Block Day, and we're going to listen for a minute about what exactly is New Kids on the Block Day, because I know people are like, we love some New Kids on the Block, but this is why it's a special day today.
What is New Kids on the Block Day? In 1989, Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis declared April 24th New Kids on the Block Day. This year, we celebrate the 35th anniversary of NKOTB Day. New Kids on the Block Day is a celebration of all things NKOTB, from the music to the stage and more. But most importantly to the blockheads, we wouldn't be here without you. NKOTB Day is a celebration of you. How will you be celebrating New Kids on the Block Day?
I love it. Okay, so how will we be celebrating New Kids on the Block Day is the question. I'm going to listen to New Kids on the Block all day. And then I'm going to call my husband and bat my eyes at him and say, can we please get the tickets to the show in August all day? That's what I'm going to do.
Sounds like a plan. Do you need help?
I feel like, okay, for those of you that are connected with my husband on social media, you could send a message and be like, Jessica deserves New Kids on the Block tickets. And what an appropriate day today because it's New Kids on the Block day.
Oh, and also don't forget to mention how great he did on Monday and that you would love
Yes.
to see him back.
Yes. Say that too. Say that would be a great way to start out the conversation, butter him up a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Be like, you were so amazing on Project Joy. And while I have you here, did you know that your wife deserves New Kids on the Block tickets today?
I mean, I don't see.
It's a necessity. It needs to happen. I'm throwing things. See, that was spirit. Like, get on it. Get on it.
There.
It needs to happen. We have a couple other things going on today. I'm very excited for so many people in our community. First, I want to tell you about this. We have a brand new show coming out here on the Breakthrough Show Network. Did you know that, Brittany?
Oh.
It's very exciting. On Sunday, May 5th, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and every first and third Sunday. You know him and love him here on the Breakthrough Show Network. He's one of my dear Connecticut friends here. He has the voice of an angel. Every Sunday, every first and third Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, you're gonna get to see Kevin Kiley on Magical Melodies. Woohoo! Yes! We're so excited. Kevin's going to be talking about all things Disney, but also he's going to be singing for us on like almost every episode, which we're really excited about. So we're so excited about that announcement. Also, we're very excited because you saw her on the Breakthrough Show Network last Friday, but she was on Project Joy Live to talk about the soundtrack of her life. Olivia Ambani has brand new music today, everybody. Woo! We're so excited. Remember House Remix, K-Rock music, and Olivia Ambani. I'm gonna play just a snippet so I don't get in trouble. Just a snippet. I say out, you say you're giving all you can give. I remember when you were hopeful. Ooh, it's so good. It's so good. It's a whole listen. I need to pass that one on to my friends that are out there DJing because that's a whole
Yes. It's a fact.
I love it. Listen, Olivia, I love how versatile she is in her music because she has that soulful, smooth, silky voice that you can listen to when you're crying, when you need to love yourself, all of these things. And then also it fits so beautifully with those beats. And now you're in the club. Enjoy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love it. So congratulations, Olivia, and also K-Rock Music. That amazing. Amazing. Such a good song. Make sure you guys check out Remember wherever you stream music. It's on YouTube right now, Spotify, all the places. All the places. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. Also, I have something else that I want to share with you as well, but I have to pull it up. I don't know if you guys remember Nicola Vasquez. She's going to be doing one of the soundtrack of our lives segments with us coming up on and I think next month, yes. And so I'm trying to get logged in Instagram. She teased when she was on the show that she was working on a rock musical for stage, like for Broadway. And I was like, this is going to be amazing. I just knew from the music that she came out with it. She teased this rock musical on Instagram. You guys want to check it out really quickly? Okay. Nicola. I'm typing it in.
And I remember her being on the show and talking about it. So That's great.
So this new rock musical is based on a book. Apparently, it's based on a true story about a girl who years and years and years and years and years ago was a light I think she was a lighthouse keeper, and she would go out and save people in like a little tiny boat. Like, okay, so I gotta share this with you really quickly. I'm gonna share my screen and you gotta check this out. Okay. So it's a new rock musical coming soon. Esperanza's Lighthouse. It's a tale of bravery, adventure, and love inspired by the true story of a 19th century female lighthouse keeper who fearlessly rescued many people from the turbulent seas in just a tiny rowboat. I don't need I need to go read this story as well is what I need to do because I am like seriously blown away by that. And I'm trying to figure out how to get the music up because it's not coming up. Why is it not playing for me? Let me check
No,
my because I know here we no, not that one. It's for some reason. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe let me go back. Yeah, I don't know why it's not playing the music now, but if you go check out on social media, it's so good. So good. It just like literally brought tears to my eyes this morning. And it's amazing. Um,
that's a great.
what is Nancy talking about? How about he was so great on the show would be great if he could cover new kids. Yes. Yes, like we could go. That's a great idea, Nancy. Be like, you could go to the New Kids on the Block concert with Jessica, and then you could cover them together on the show. See?
That would be fabulous. I think that's a
Mhm.
great idea.
It's a great idea. We have all the good ideas here on Project Joy Live.
Mm.
Uh, I love it. So we listen, we're celebrating Nicola Vasquez, we're celebrating Olivia Ambani, we're celebrating Kevin Kiley, we're celebrating the New Kids on the Block today. So much to celebrate. See?
And we're celebrating you. Because why
Yes.
not? Celebrating you.
Celebrating. I mean, gosh, there's just so much. Let's talk about birthdays. Let's do it.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today. My computer, this is why I'm struggling today because yesterday I had some computer issues and I had to clear my cache on the computer. For those of you guys that clear your cache on the computer, you know that like deletes everything like all your logins and you got to redo it. And so none of my normal like type in super fast and then it pops up is happening anymore. And so I'm very, very upset today. In the celebrity world, Kelly Clarkson has the birthday today, 42 years old. How is she? She's younger than me. Now I'm sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Uh let's see who else has a birthday today in the celebrity world. Barbara Streisand is 82 years old today. I don't know why it didn't click for me that she's in her 80s.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a I'm just
I
kind
feel
of
like every time that we talk about birthdays that I just need to just sip my tea every time. Because
I just like I'm just have I just you just don't I mean I guess it's just weird. It's like you're in it. You're in the world going on and you just don't realize where the time goes, I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
Cedric the Entertainer is celebrating the big 60 today. Happy birthday, Cedric. Who else do we have going on here? Let's see. Lots of people. I have no idea. Danny Goki. I don't know if you remember him from. He was on American Idol. He's 44 years old today, and doing country music now, which I don't think he always did. But in the world of celebrity, in my life, which I'm very very happy to talk about today, Sarah Galal Gervais has a birthday today. She's one of my old school friends. EFT Caroline has a birthday today, and one of our breakthrough alum that we've seen on several of our shows that we love to pieces. Brian K. Wright has a birthday today. So happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday.
make sure you go visit briankwright.com. And if you have any, like, want to write a book or put a book out there or have somebody ghost write a book or all that, go see Brian K. Wright. He's the person to go to for that. So with that, are you ready to get our birthday song on today, Miss Brittany?
Let's go.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelly Clarkson, Barbara Streisand, Cedric the Entertainer, Danny Goki, Brian K. Wright, Sarah Galal Gervais, and EFT Caroline. Happy birthday to you. Woo woo. Man, that song is a whole lot.
It always.
I feel like a Muppet. You know how when the music comes on the Muppets and they just like
I learned this.
flop themselves around. That's what I feel like every time that song. What's happening on the Breakthrough Show Network? Okay, moving on. We have some amazing things happening when we leave this, because now that we're flying high on Muppet energy, I need to quote that. Flying high on, what is Project Joy like? Flying high on Muppet energy. Okay. So, after now you need to come down. You need to come back down. You can join us in, we're having a community meditation this morning beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern time in our virtual community. You can head over to the breakthroughshownetwork.club that I mentioned before. You'll end up in our lobby once you enter the lobby, and I will show you which direction to go. It's taking place in our Tranquil Haven meditation room. This meditation is a guided one led by our beautiful Teresa Warren. She is so incredible, and I think we're going to Lumeria today, which is like very exciting. It's a whole magic carpet ride with Teresa. Come and join us for that as well. Coming up later today at 1:55 p.m. Eastern time, we have our Pomodoro co-working session. Bring your to-do list and yourself. That's all that's required. You can bring self-care, chores, work, school, books to read, books to write, anything that you want to get done in that time. You can join us, check in at 1:55. We start promptly at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Coming up on Friday, I'm really excited to announce again that we have my friend Adam Foley that I went to grade school with. I may or may not have to throw a little photo on the screen when he comes on the show, but he's going to be on the Breakthrough Show at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Friday to talk about rising beyond addiction. So he's been on a journey as an addict, and then has been in recovery for several years now, and has started a business, and he's going to tell you all about that in his journey on the Breakthrough Show on Friday. So very exciting. We have lots going on. So I encourage you, go back to where we talked about the calendar on the Breakthrough Show Network. Go to the breakthroughshownetwork.com. It is on the page there, and plug in wherever you feel led to join us on the Breakthrough Show Network. We'd love to have you here. Miss Brittany, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's always so fun. I love it.
Always out of control. I already know what clips I'm pulling from today. Okay. Always fun. Always fun. Make sure you guys go visit Sacred Yin Secrets on all social media platforms, as well as at sacredyinsecrets.com. And we look forward to having you back on, Miss Brittany.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Love it. Love it. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. And I'll see you next Friday. Bye, everybody.
I've been trying, and I've been lifting my